Hey, hey, it's Dana, the Gypsy Psychic. Are you ready for another message? Come on in and get comfortable. Put your feet up, get your blanket, a pillow, something to eat, something to drink, something to smoke. Throw it up on the big screen if you want to. Put in the earbuds, kick back and relax because we're going to unpack some psychic messages. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. How's it rolling, Taurus? Yes, the bold tribe, the foundation of this channel, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support over all these years. Let's throw some cards for Taurus. Yeah, let's just throw some cards for Taurus. It's going to work the way that it always works. I'm going to lay out a whole bunch of cards. I am thoroughly going to confuse you for a good solid minute, and I'm going to sew together the story. I'm going to fast forward through the clarification process, though, just for the sake of time, right? Nobody wants to be bored with all that going on. So I'm going to fast forward through that part. So let's throw some cards for Taurus. Let's do it. Spirit. Oh, goodness, they want to talk. Spirit. Goodness, settle down, everybody. Spirit. Source, universal energy. I have the collective of Taurus here with me, Spirit, and they want to know what you know. We want to know what you know. I'm a Taurus sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, Pisces Venus, Taurus sun. What do we need to know, Spirit? What's coming towards us? What do we need to look out for? What do we need to look forward to? And most importantly, how do we navigate everything for our very best and highest good? Please tell me where that stopping point is for this particular Taurus. I will cut 3 times and I'll pull straight from the top, Spirit. What? Woo, right there is going on. Let's do it, you guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. These cards are huge. Yeah, I'm using a new deck of cards today just because I'm feeling a little freaky. All right, the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Base chakra, we will maybe talk about that later. To the Empress and the Hermit to the Ace of Cups. All right, that's going to make hella sense to everyone in just a little bit. First card out the box is the 8 of Pentacles. This is called Positive Movement Forward. And these cards are huge, so I'm not going to do as many cards, but let's just see. Look, positive movement forward, and then transformation with death. Truth with judgment. And the 2 of Pentacles. Balance and prioritization. Nice. Then we have partnerships and alliances with the 3 of Wands. The Moon with Trump 18, the Shadow. We have Stand Your Ground with the 7 of Wands. And Emotional Loss with the 5 of Cups. We have the Waiting Game with the 2 of Wands. Destiny with the Wheel of Fortune. Spiritual Strength with the 9 of Wands. And Material Harvest with the 9 of Pentacles. All right. Then we got a couple extra here. Choose Wisely with the 7 of Cups. Triumphant Success with the Ace of Swords. The Star with Trump 17 being Hope. And Recognition and Reward with the 3 of Pentacles. All right. Let's make some sense out of all of this, you guys. Let's make some sense. All right, you guys, this is what's going on here, okay? So this, as you've noticed, if you've been watching my readings over the past, I think 2 or 3 previous readings, it has been about kind of the same thing, right? And if you're new to the channel, sometimes that happens. Sometimes there is a message that someone needs to pay attention to. And out of all of the subscribers on my YouTube channel, one person needs this message, okay? And if they don't get it, if they glaze over it, if they're not internalizing it, maybe they just don't even hear it, the same message will keep coming through in a different way until the recipient receives it. And this message is the next phase of that person's life, whether that's you or someone else. Okay. So someone over the past few weeks, someone out there is getting it. Someone out there is taking to heart what these cards are saying, and they're doing something about it in their life. Hence, positive movement forward with the Eight of Pentacles. Working, engaging, building. Someone out there has been seriously working on themselves. Seriously working on themselves. The King of Swords in reverse. Someone out there has realized that they are misusing their power. The power that they have over their very existence, the power that they have to create the kind of reality that they truly want to live in. Someone out there has had an aha moment about manifestation, about how your internal narrative creates your reality, and how you have the absolute control over that internal narrative. Retell the story of that negative, wounded, emotional sepsis internal narrative, right? Retell that story to be in your favor, to give you power, and it changes the internal narrative that creates your reality. And someone out there with the Eight of Pentacles has definitely done that. King of Swords in reverse, they have realized that they are misusing their power that they have over their existence, over their life, over their reality. Justice. This leads this person, A, to justice. Good and right and proper, what's in your best interest. More importantly, justice is about your own personal accountability. So this person, whoever this particular Taurus is, has come to the conclusion that they are in control. They are in control of their reality, and they have come to some serious personal revelations. To Death in reverse. This particular person has purged, has gone through some internal purging to make room for the kind of life that they truly want to grow for themselves. This internal purging with Death in reverse leads you to transformation with Trump 13, which is death, right? An ending, a change, a massive transformation. An ending to what? An ending to who you were. And a transformation because of your spiritual awakening into what you will be. Truth. Why did this all happen? Well, this particular Taurus has come to their own truth. It's my mantra. Find your truth. Own your truth. Stand upon your truth. And your truth will set you free. This particular Taurus has found their truth, or will be finding their truth. This particular Taurus with justice, truth, is undergoing this massive transformation. This is the Judgment card, right? Calling. This particular Taurus has explored their truth, owned their truth, and now their truth is calling them into the path and the purpose of their life. And the World card says, oh, thank God. Thank God we can shut down this cycle now. Close the old, long-standing cycle of your misuse of power over the control that you have of your reality. Closing down this cycle, transforming the old human flesh and bone side of you is dying, and the new spiritually awakened, ascended perspective is emerging. And the World card says, closing down this cycle, stepping into a brand new cycle of your life. 2, movement, choices and decisions with the Two of Pentacles. This is prioritization and balance. This Taurus has prioritized and balanced out the King of Wands, what they want from their life. This Taurus has come to an astounding revelation that their life is not the way that they want it to be, and that the way to get their life to be the way that they want their life to be is to surrender to universal order, to find their truth, to own their truth. The King of Wands is the achievement of inspirations, aspirations, and desires. Have you achieved everything yet? No. But what you have achieved is the first milestone for movement, because you've made choices that equate to decisions that you are going to do it in a different way. To the Nine of Pentacles, independent, self-sufficient. This particular Taurus is cutting loose of something in their life that has been holding them back and holding them down. To the Ace of Wands, and this particular Taurus has sparked the match that is the flame for the release of their potential on the world. Look at here, partnerships and alliances. It leads you straight into some kind of partnership or alliance, whether it be love or work, love or career, relationships of some sort. This decision for this Taurus to say, absolutely not, it all stops here right now today. I am not going to live not one more moment not owning my truth. My truth is this, and this is what I'm going to do with my life. It leads you straight to partnerships and alliances with the Three of Wands. Look, to the Star. It leads you straight into your path and your purpose, the renewal of your life. The Four of Wands in reverse. The renewal of your life, the path and your purpose comes from a transition in your sense of security, safety, and well-being. This Taurus is brave, and this Taurus is understanding that their safety zone has been nothing but detrimental to the progress of not only their physical life, but their spiritual life. The Wheel of Fortune comes right on top of this and says, this is it. This is it. This is the turning point. This is it. This transformation, this internal purging, this realization that life does not have to be a struggle, that everything will be okay if you are following your calling, if you allow your soul to do the path and the purpose that it came here to do. Everything's going to be okay, and this is the turning point. The divinely orchestrated steps of your life unfolding before you is what happens when you surrender to your calling. Everyone has a calling. We all have the same mission. Every single one of us alive on this planet, we have the same mission. We have different journeys to achieve that mission, but we have the same mission, and that is soul ascension. That is conquering the flesh and the ego and ascending spiritually. Because what you do in this lifetime makes a difference for the next leg of your journey. And this particular Taurus that I'm talking to right here, they're either on their way or they have arrived at this massive, massive turning point in the universe. All over these cards, Spirit is like, yes, yes, yes. What's going on here? What's this transformation about? You see this transformation card with death right there? It's right on top of the shadow, and the shadow down here is right on top of destiny, okay? What is this transformation for this particular Taurus? Well, this shadow card right here, the moon, is the epic, eternal struggle between one's higher self and one's lower self. One's flesh and bone nature and one's spiritual nature. This shadow card right here, the moon card, Trump 18, is the struggle between what you know to be true on the inside of yourself and what you really don't want to accept as the truth. And this particular Taurus is transforming and stepping into their destiny because they're coming to terms with this shadow work right here. To the Seven of Wands, and they're standing their ground. Look, it's right beneath truth, right? And it's right above spiritual strength. This particular Taurus is standing their ground when it comes to what their truth is. And they're standing their ground on their spiritual strength. This Taurus has decided, the Empress in reverse, that they are not going to live their life in their flesh and bone understanding of things. This Taurus has decided that they are going to live their life from a higher perspective, from a higher understanding, from their soul's understanding. That's the shadow work. That's the peeling of the flesh and bones and the emergence of your soul nature. That's what this particular Taurus has overcome. And because of this, even if you're at just the beginning stages of this, because of this, everything is raining down on you, Taurus. Stand your ground with the Seven of Wands to the Six of Cups and the Five of Swords. Okay, and this goes back to decisions over here with that Two of Pentacles right there. This particular Taurus has decided to tell someone, something, someplace, has decided to tell their people that they are moving on, that they're moving on. Six of Cups is the safe place, the warm, fuzzy, safe place, family, home, nostalgia, friends, the warm, safe place. And the Five of Swords is a white knuckle grip on a win-at-all-cost mindset, okay? So this Taurus is expressing themselves to the people around them that they are making some kind of gigantic changes in their life. And the people around them are saying, no, 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 Taurus, no, don't do it. Don't do it. We need you. We are codependent on you. But this Taurus is no longer codependent on their identity from this situation because they have transformed. They have had an internal transformation that has led to an external transformation, and they are deciding that they will no longer be codependent to seek their validation from this particular situation, and they're bouncing, and the people around them don't like it at all. Five of Cups, loss, regret, despair, disappointment, right? And there's that moon card again. That's what this Taurus has come to terms with. They have come to terms with the fact that their decision to grow and strengthen, to answer their own calling in life, this Taurus has come to the conclusion that even though it's uncomfortable, it's what needs to happen, despite the grief, the sorrow, or the pain that might be associated with it when it comes to the people around this situation. Three of Swords, Taurus, coming to terms, like I said, with the grief and the sorrow and the pain. Coming to terms with it. Four of Swords. I mean, look at all of this right here. I got to point this out, okay? So the Five of Cups, loss, regret, despair, disappointment in the emotions, right? And then we have the Three of Swords, coming to terms with grief, sorrow, and pain in the mind. To the Four of Swords, you see this Three of Swords right here is hanging on the wall right there in the Four of Swords. This person, this Taurus, has come to terms with the grief, the sorrow, and the pain of leaving this situation, of disappointing perhaps the people around them in this situation, because the people around you are counting on you to be who you used to be so they can consume what it is that they need from you. This Taurus has hung that up on the wall and has come to terms with it, picking up the fourth sword, bringing stability to their mindset, because this particular Taurus is finally understanding that what you think about comes about. Bringing stability to the mindset and pushing forward, conquering this moon energy. Again, the struggle between what you know to be true in your guts and what you don't necessarily want to accept as the truth. This is a Taurus that is honoring their higher selves, and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. But I have a calling on my life. I have movement. I have to go. I have to do this. This is part of my path and part of my purpose. I don't necessarily want to leave everybody behind, but I have to leave everybody behind in order for me to grow. Because if I'm better, you're going to be better. Right on. Beautiful. Two of Wands, the future, the waiting game. the waiting game. So what is this saying? So what this is saying for you, Taurus, is that now that you have hit this turning point, okay, you're all riled up on the inside, you're growing, you're expanding, and believe me, when you have a spiritual awakening, it's fast. It's really, really fast. It's like the difference between teaching a 5-year-old to read in a year and a 15-year-old to read in a month, right? It is fast. And now that you have had this massive, massive awakening and transformation in your life, now that you know your worth and you're owning your truth, and you are not afraid to speak about the things that you believe deep inside of yourself, all of this needs to gel for just a minute, okay? Needs to just gel for just a minute. To the Two of Wands, this is the future, the waiting game, okay? Temperance comes on top of it and says, now temper yourself. You've gone through this whole thing. You've turned over tables. You have upset the whole foundational stones that you have stood upon. Everything is all shook up, and this Taurus is ready to go. And guess what? Universe comes in and says, take a breath. Take a breath. Temper yourself. The future needs to be worked out. Look, the 10 of Trump. Your destiny needs to be worked out for a second. Spiritual strength. We need you to gain a little bit more strength before you are taken into the next phase of your life, before the new chapter of your life starts, before the transformation of everything can take place. We need you to take a breath and settle yourself. To the Six of Wands in reverse, because there is yet another battle to overcome. What's that battle? It's the Fool in reverse, okay? In order for you to step into your destiny, in order for you to step into your path, your purpose, in order for your calling, the calling on your life, your mission, the journey of your mission to be revealed to you, you are going to have to gel on this exciting new transformation that has taken root inside of you, because of the Fool in reverse. You see, the Fool is a brand new beginning, a brand new journey, a leveling up of your spirituality. You see, the guy in this card right here, he doesn't have an itinerary. He doesn't know the who, what, where, when, why, and how of things. All he knows is he feels compelled within his soul to go in a direction. And he does it because he knows that if he feels motivated within himself, inside of himself, to do something, he knows it's always in his best and highest good because his higher self already knows the way. This is where you are going to struggle for a minute, Taurus, because it's in reverse. Okay? This is why they're telling you to temper yourself. This is why they're telling you that the future is right here. The crossroads of the future is right here. But we need you to calm down, take a deep breath, because although you may think you're ready right now to just barge into the future, there's a few things that you need to get straight within yourself before you do, and that is the Fool. Because I'm here to tell you that your path and the purpose of your life, the reason that you came here, the journey of your mission for soul ascension, doesn't always look like you think it should look. It truly doesn't really match what you think your life should look like. That's right. That's why those 2 moon cards are here. It's the struggle between your higher self and your lower self. Your higher self is going to put you on the trajectory of your destiny. Your lower self is going to kick back against this because it doesn't look like you think it should look. This is a young spiritual Taurus that I'm talking to here. This is someone that is literally having a spiritual awakening. And when that happens, you feel like you can just conquer the world. You feel like you are unstoppable because now you are seeing things with eyes that you have never used before. The scales are peeling away from your third eye, and you are beginning to see things in a way that is new and exciting to you. A lot of people think, all right, I got this nailed down now. Now I'm going to get that big house, that big car. Now I'm going to be able to move to Europe, and I'm going to be able to do all of this stuff because I'm walking in divine order. And that's not the way that it works. They need you to slow your roll here, Taurus, because this particular person is going to fight against where their path and their purpose is leading them. So this is your heads up. You can circumvent this by understanding that your path and your purpose does not always look like you think it should look. And if you are sincerely serious about a transformation of your life, about a path and the purpose, the new cycle, owning your truth, standing upon your truth, divine orchestration. If you are truly serious about embarking upon this massive transformation of your life, you will have to come to terms with the fact that what you think your life should be, now that you are saved from your humanness, doesn't always meet your expectations. And that, my friend, is about surrender. Spiritual strength with this 9 of Wands right here. Resilience, persistence, and fighting the good fight. Look to the High Priestess, your higher self, your ancient soul. Same soul that was here before you took your first breath in this meat suit is the same soul that will exhale your last breath in this meat suit. Your energy will continue forever. You are never ending. The High Priestess is your higher self, always pointing you towards your true north. And what these 2 cards are saying right here is now you're on track. Now you're girded up and you're ready to go into battle. But you got to pause for a second. You got to pause for a second and come to terms with some real serious things. And that is the last remaining pieces of your ego, your flesh and bone. Because the ego and the flesh and bone wants what it wants, what it wants. And your path and your purpose probably isn't going to resemble, probably isn't going to look like you think it should look. Destiny, the wheel of fortune, the divinely orchestrated steps of your life, the divinely orchestrated steps of your path. You are a beautiful thread in the tapestry of universal order. And this new awakening is going to show you what is in your best and highest good and how you can make the biggest impact on this very transformative time that we are living in right here. You're going to need spiritual strength, but the newbie, you're just learning how to walk right now in this spiritual transformation, in your awakening. You're just learning how to walk, and they need you to slow your roll for a second. Gather yourself together, flex your muscles, practice a little bit, practice leaning into your intuition so your destiny can be revealed to you. To the 9 of Pentacles, material harvest, just like this one, independent, self-sufficient, bringing everything to a resounding culmination and standing in your power. Because the last thing in the world that we need this particular Taurus doing is getting all riled up and all excited and going headlong straight into their path and their purpose and their destiny, getting all of their needs met understanding, experiencing the bounty of universal order, and then backsliding straight back in to a misuse of power with that King of Swords up there. They need to make sure you're solid, Taurus. They need to make sure you're solid before they rain down on you everything that your heart desires. Choose wisely, right? Well, that's exactly what I just said, right? Choose wisely in your emotions, because when things get good, people tend to take the reins back. They're like, all right, universe, it's good now. I don't need any more of this. And they slide right back into that old flesh and bone mentality. You have to be careful. You are on a slippery slope. Can you handle the abundance of your destiny? That's the question. Can you interact with your destiny from a higher consciousness, from your higher self, from a higher level all the time, every time? And this particular Taurus needs to walk before they can run. Triumphant success. Aha, light bulb moments. That's the awakening right here. Look, to hope leads you to Trump 17. This is the star. It's here twice, right? It leads you to your path and your purpose. The hope of your future. The hope that Source has in you awakening and living your purpose, allowing your soul to guide you. To the Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward, teamwork and collaboration. You are going to be led to the exact people that you need to be led to. There's all kinds of different spiritual tenders out there. I happen to be a seed planter. Someone else is going to come along and water. Someone else is going to come along and prune. Someone else is going to come along and fertilize. Someone else is going to come along and teach you how to bear fruit. Someone else is going to come along and harvest that for the good of humanity. Recognition and reward. The people that you need will be brought into your life. You are being recognized and rewarded by universal order for your desire to own your truth. Amen. To the Ace of Cups. This is emotional expansion. Love begins. Love. Love is the very first thing that transforms in your spiritual awakening. It's the very first thing, because now you start to look around at everyone and everything from an elevated perspective, from an understanding that only love is the answer. You begin to look at things through the eyes of compassion. You begin to look at things through the eyes of a deeper, higher understanding. It's emotional expansion. Look, to the Hermit. What did I tell you a while ago, right? The Hermit is soul-searching, introspection, Trump 9, solitude in this deck. You need to be by yourself for a minute before everything else can come together. Deep soul-searching, deep introspection, communing with Source, communing with nature, getting your sea legs about you, because you will see things differently. Nothing is going to look the same to you, and you need a minute to get your wits about you, to solidify this transformation. To the Empress. Fertility, everything grows out of the Empress. See, that's this transitional phase right here, while they want you just to hold back for a minute. Hold up, Taurus. Hold your horses for a second. They need you to practice being the Empress so you can develop. The Empress is lesson 3 of everything. All of life grows from the Empress. If you don't nail this Empress energy, nothing else can transpire. It is the key to everything. She's built from lesson 1 and lesson 2. Lesson 1 is the magician. What you think about comes about, period. Whether you like it or not, your internal narrative creates your reality. Lesson 2 is the high priestess, your ancient eternal self, always guiding you towards your true north, even when it doesn't make sense. It's always taking you to the path of your best and highest good. And lesson 3 is the Empress. She is the dirt of life because she understands how to control her internal narrative, and she understands how to follow her guts no matter what. And this is what you are going to morph into. This is what you are going to practice and practice and practice. And when you get to the point where you are infallible, like the Empress, boom, that Fool card spins in the upright. The Six of Wands spins in the upright. Overcoming the battle, success, brand new beginning, brand new journey, the next level. The Fool is the next level. And even though you've come to this level, you can't ascend to the next level until you understand the power of the Empress. Control your mind, you control your reality. Follow your guts and you can never fail. That's the Empress. And then the last card in this spread is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is difficult change. Difficult change. What's that difficult change? Well, we're going to go all the way back here to this white knuckle grip on some kind of win at all costs mentality. We're going to go back here to what it is that you're leaving behind. We're going to go back here to the Seven of Wands about standing your ground. Because it's not easy. It's not easy. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's amazing. But it's not easy. Stripping your soul of your flesh and bone experience is uncomfortable. But once you get to the core of it, once you get rid of that ego and that human nature and that flesh and bone experience, that box that you've been living in, once you break free from it and take a deep breath of the fresh air, it inspires you to want more and more and more. But it's not easy, Taurus. It's not for the faint of heart. And that's why most people will never experience what you are or about to experience. That's why 90% of the world is ego-driven. Because it's not easy, but it's glorious. It's so glorious. It's so glorious, Taurus. Keep going. Keep fighting. Come through this transformation. Sit. Get your sea legs. Learn to walk a little bit. And then step into your power as the Empress. Infallible. Unstoppable. The dirt of life. The card of Taurus. Namaste. You are a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. You are a beautiful thread in the tapestry of universal order. You are ancient and never-ending. You have a purpose, this life experience has meaning, and you are important. Your journey on this planet, in this lifetime, is not by accident. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Walk with me through the antiquated concepts of spiritual ascension with a step-by-step guidebook to help you find your higher self and mesh your consciousness with your soul's guidance to live with intention and purpose. This book is gender neutral, religion neutral, and judgment free. It is a safe place to explore and expand your desire for growth and understanding. There is no agenda here. There is nothing that you should or should not be. Just straight talk that will challenge everything you think you know about this thing called life.